My name's Cable Dill.
My name is Brandon Evans.
My name is Josh Nation.
My name is Siddhant Rao.
We welcome President Barack Obama and Governor Mitt Romney.
We're ecstatic at the reception that we've got. The first few events that we had a few years ago drew about 5-6 people, and today's event had about 40 plus.
I think it helps a ton to see both candidates like side by side. They get away with so much at a political rally where you're surrounded by thousands of your supporters, but when you're faced with like your opposition who's gonna immediately come back and answer what you just said, then it makes it much more realistic.
I think the reason why they have just a pen and pad is because people want to see what they, actually know without any sort of assistance from, their teams and everything.
We have fewer people working today than we had when the president took office. We have not made the progress we need to make to put people back to work. That's why I put out a 5-point plan that gets America 12 million new jobs in 4 years and rising take-home pay.
These debates have been much more entertaining than any debates of the past. The candidates are directly attacking each other, which in the past debates I've watched, each candidate will reference the other candidate, but never so directly, and never has it gotten, they're in their faces like they were in the second debate, which now that makes it more entertaining to watch, but also I think more fruitful because they're actually, actually have to answer each other rather than being able to sidestep the question.
Governor Romney doesn't have a 5-point plan, he has a 1-point plan. And that plan is to make sure that folks at the top play by a different set of rules. That's been his philosophy in the private sector, that's been his philosophy as governor, that's been his philosophy as a presidential candidate.
With these debates, I think it just snowballed, like one thing led to another. Because in the first debate, everyone pretty much agreed that Obama was very presidential and Romney was on the attack, which is generally what the candidate does against an incumbent. So then in preparation for the second debate, Obama just like completely overcompensated, and then they both just took it up to an entirely new level.
Political Combat 12. Elect your champion, Paul and Obama, Romney.
Mr. President, have you looked at your pension? Have you looked at your pension?
To Obamaville.
Mr. President.
Fight!
Obama's left-handed, so he's gonna have that southpaw advantage naturally, but I feel like Romney's probably got his number if he clocks him.
Oh, choice. Pro life.
A critique that I've heard is that previous contenders have respected each other, but Romney and Obama do not. Obama views Romney as this rich white guy who's not connected to the middle class, and Romney sees Obama as this like half African American, half white, weed smoking guy. So there's general disdain between the two, and a lot of people argue that that's why there's such an alpha dog ego displayed, because they really don't respect each other, and so there's basically no holds barred.
We haven't heard from the governor any specifics beyond Big Bird and eliminating funding for Planned Parenthood in terms of how he pays for that.
I believe we can provide jobs for the jobless, homes for the homeless.
I mean, a debate is supposed to be a theatrical event, so it's not really about like good positions or having like cited facts and well thought out ideas. It's about like being theatrical and ridiculous and whether or not you can get people's attention and excite them. And so like the things that really get play are whether or not you said you were going to cut Big Bird. It's like so in that context, are you going to be worried or are you going to be thoughtful about your positions, or are you more likely to try to act aggressively and get attention by being like confident and leadership presidential?
When we're talking about math that doesn't add up, how about $4 trillion of deficits over the last 4 years? $5 trillion. That's math that doesn't add up.
Excellent.
Yeah, I think debates will be increasingly more important because you have so much noise which is stump speeches, ads, etc., etc. So how do you filter that noise out as a discerning voter? You kind of go to the live, raw event and see what the actual facts are on the ground.